If you're thinking about selling your home, this video is for you. This isn't about decorating for your personal style, it's about appealing to the widest number of buyers possible. A goal? A move-in ready home where a buyer walks in and gets excited instead of thinking of all the work they have to do after they move in. Many buyers don't want to repaint the moment they buy a home. What's the #1 upgrade you can make for your home? That's right, a fresh coat of paint. But before you grab your brush, let's talk about the best colors and finishes to use so you don't spend too much, but your home still sells for top dollar and in the shortest amount of time. Let's check it out. In this video, we're going to cover 4 things you should know about painting your home. #1, what colors to choose. #2, the type of finishes you want to use in different areas. #3, what room should you paint? And #4, common mistakes to avoid. Now I know what you're thinking. We don't want to paint, we want the buyers to be able to move in and pick whatever paint colors they want. How do we know what they want? Look, I understand a lot of people think that. The problem though is that if buyers walk into your home and they see a bunch of crazy colors or very outdated colors, the first thing they're going to think is we have to paint before we move in. That immediately creates work in their mind. You do not want that impression. You want someone who walks in, they get excited and they can see themselves in the space. We actually had this exact situation happen. We had a seller with some outdated paint colors, and so we advised them to repaint the whole interior of the home before putting it on the market. They were a little hesitant at first, but they did agree. And once we got to closing with our buyer, we asked them, we said, hey, what made you choose our home over the other 2 across the street? The buyer said, look, I'll be honest, when we walked through all 3 of them, yours was the only one that was freshly painted. So I knew I didn't have to do that the moment I walk in. I really didn't have the funds after closing to have it repainted, and I didn't want to wait. So what are the best paint colors that appeal to the widest number of buyers possible? We want to look at warm whites and off-white grays. Cooler tones like agreeable gray were very popular, but frankly, they were a little overdone. We've seen a shift toward warmer tones in recent years. Now, if you're interested in samples, you can use the website Samplize to get peel and stick to actually see how the color looks in your home. Now, let's look at 2 comparisons. Option 1, we see the home is very dated. It has a yellow. Looking past all of the furnishings in it, just looking at the paint, you're going to see that very outdated yellow. In the second one, you're going to see a nice new off-white color. This is what we had recommended, and you can tell immediately it not only looks brighter, but it looks more spacious. So wrapping up the paint colors, we're looking for off-white and off-white warm grays. So that's paint colors. Now let's look at the paint finishes. Choosing the right color is just part of the equation. The finish matters too, and here's what we generally recommend. For the walls, you want something durable and something that's going to hide imperfections. We normally recommend an eggshell. For kitchen and bathrooms that are higher traffic areas and you're probably going to be cleaning more, go with a satin. For trim, you want a little bit of contrast, so we actually recommend a semi-gloss, not a full gloss, but a semi-gloss is going to make it pop out just a little bit. Okay, now let's talk about what rooms you should paint. First off, it depends on the existing color. If you have strong, bold colors, those should go. But if your home has neutral, slightly warm colors that are still in good condition, those may be okay. Now, if you're on a tight budget, focus on the first floor and the primary bedrooms. These will make the strongest first impression. Next, let's look at the common mistakes to avoid. First off, again, choosing colors that you prefer over what's going to appeal to the most number of buyers. You might love deep blues and bold reds, but neutrals are your safest bet. Next, the new paint should complement the existing elements of your home. If you have warm tone floors and cabinetry, lean towards a warmer tone. If your home has a more modern look with cooler finishes, lean towards a more cooler neutral. Lastly, do-it-yourself painting. Please hire a professional, because when a buyer walks in, they're going to be able to tell that you painted it yourself. If you're not experienced, they're going to notice that, and they're still going to think to themselves, we're going to have to redo this before we move in or shortly after. Either way, it's going to be a burden for them. Don't make that mistake. Hire a professional. So wrapping it all up, a fresh coat of the right paint can make your home sell faster and for more money. If you're thinking about selling and you have questions about painting or anything else about getting your home market ready, give us a call. We'd love to schedule a consultation. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. That way you can be notified when we release new videos.